This episode of the Golf Gaming Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is presented by WynnBET. WynnBET is now live in Arizona, Colorado, Indiana, Louisiana, Massachusetts, Michigan, New Jersey, New York, Tennessee, and Virginia. For boosted same-game parlays to live in-game odds, WynnBET has what you need to win. You bet $100, you get $100 at WynnBET.com, or download the WynnBET app and start winning today. State restrictions do apply. And we're also brought to you by the DGen Dance. Our March Madness bankroll contest is back. Free to enter, and $1,000 in cash and prizes up for grabs. Plus, we've got first half under bingo. Enter both contests on the SGPN app. All right, DGens, welcome back to the Valspar Best Bets and Predictions Podcast. It's your boy, Boston Capper, with the god of golf himself, Steve Shermer. Steve, what's up, baby? How about you?
I'm doing pretty well. I got a full Valspar card. Apparently, I think the first half under of March Madness cash for everybody. So off to a good start with that.
It did. I missed it because even Mush texted me earlier. He was like, bet all the games. I was like, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I get it. I didn't realize, for some reason in my head, I thought we had 4 playing games tomorrow. So I missed one, but whatever.
No, they like to spread it out throughout the weekend. Yeah. Apparently, soon enough, it's going to be 96 teams, and then everybody's going to get in. So then you can bet like 3.
Like the basketball. It'll be like the NBA playoffs.
Yeah, you can bet how many D1 teams? You can bet 182 first half unders.
Oh, my God. They got to space those out a little bit for my bankroll.
Yeah, probably a little bit.
How fast those bookies pay out.
Maybe chop those unit sizes a little bit, There you go.
Yeah, maybe.
All right.
Maybe.
All right. Well, why don't we transition to the Valspar Championship, the betting show, our favorite show of the week.
It is.
Even for these crappy events, you know what? There's still some stuff you can find in the betting card and things to discuss. So why don't we just start with outrights? Why don't we just get right to it?
Let's jump to it.
All right. Do you want to go or you want me to go?
Yeah, I'll just go first. It's fine. Mine are easy. I'm biting the bullet. I'm staying towards the top of the board. I'm done banging my head against the wall. I'm going to take Spieth. He looked good at the Players over the weekend. And sorry for the dogs. Why don't you go?
Well, hold on a second. So, you know who's on Spieth this week, right?
No, who?
Which
one?
Come on, who you know?
Oh, the bad one?
I mean, not the bad one, but the bad one.
Fuck. Oh, well, fuck.
I told you this.
Yeah, man. You know me. I'm a fucking squirrel. I forget that shit as soon as I got to write that. Stop writing that shit down. Right. I think that's like the second or third week I've done that. So fuck it. Write that one off. I'll have to tail something else now. But I'm on Fleetwood. Plays good on the Florida swing. Never won here. He's a loser. He won't win, but I'll bet him. Good in the wind. Good in Florida. Looked good over the weekend. Fought back. And then kind of on Sunday, but whatever. I'll take it. Hadwin, Uber Chalk. Why not? 28-1, like you said, reminds you a lot about Chris Kirk and the narrative rolling in for him. And yeah, why not? Good course history here. I don't know if he plays well in the wind. Why do I think all Canadians play good in the wind? I don't know if that actually correlates or not.
Because all the crappy weather up there.
Maybe that's what it does in my brain.
I think it depends on which part of Canada you're from. If you're bad in the wind, Vancouver, I don't think gets a whole lot of wind. Toronto, no. Manitoba, I think so. They usually get the big Arctic winds that come down. What's it called? Oh, the Chinook winds.
Oh, is that what they call it? The Chinook?
That's the Chinook winds. Yes.
So we call those things shit hooks in the military.
Okay. Potato at that point.
Talking about the helicopters with the Chinooks?
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Very good.
Yeah.
But yes, that is what the Chinook winds that come down from Canada and blow down all the trees. So maybe he plays really good golf in that. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, look, he's striking the ball really well for the par threes. He's fine. He's not incredible. His ball striking just looks great. He's good around the green. Obviously, look real good at the Players. And why not, man?
Let me ask you a question, by the way. So you just use general par 3 scoring.
Yeah, par 3, but I broke it down from 175 to 225.
Oh, you're able to do that. Okay.
Yeah, so I got one bucket for 175 to 200 and one from 200 to 225.
Okay. All right. Very good.
Yep.
Just want to check.
Yep.
Don't want to throw in the 7th at Pebble Beach in there, or the 6th.
Yeah, exactly. With the little 95-yard winch.
Yeah. Unless it's a 70-mile-per-hour headwind, then it probably plays like it's 200.
Oh, my God. Yeah, I don't even know if that would do that. But, did you see that random hole that, formed at Pebble on the golf? On social media. So it was on there today. Like it was like a sinkhole in the middle of...
Where?
I can't remember what hole it is now. It's the one where Spieth almost fell off, I think.
Oh, on 7?
On 7. A random sinkhole. A random sinkhole. It's not big, but it's a sinkhole, which
doesn't matter. That's probably not
a little
great for the
unnerving.
Golf course at that point.
That's what I'm saying. A little unnerving.
Yeah, for one of the most heavily trafficked golf courses on the world to just have a sinkhole happen.
Can you imagine how lucky you'd be to fall in a sinkhole at Pebble Beach?
I would consider that pretty unlucky, actually.
Do you know how? I'm sure you. Dude, listen.
Yeah, because you're probably
the
dead
amount of money you get paid.
You're probably dead. Who survives falling into a sinkhole? Have you ever heard of anybody who survived and fall into a sinkhole? I don't think so. Every time I see in the paper, it's like, oh, this guy died. You know, him and his dog died by falling in a sinkhole.
That's fair.
And it's usually in Florida when it happens.
Dude, sinkholes are all over the place down here, bro.
Yes.
Dig like it's sand. There's no fucking dirt. Like it's crazy. Like sometimes I forget.
Sinkhole is lucky. Get the fuck out of here.
I was just thinking about the payday. I guess I wasn't thinking about my fucking mortality.
Yeah, you and your family are going to get a payday. Your family is not you.
Fine. I don't care. That works for me too.
All right.
The Mush says Capper would survive. And then I went with Riley, man. I didn't see myself going there, but he was still 45 at that one sleepy book. So I know he got
180.
Yeah. When I dug into his approach numbers, I mean, other than I just don't know what he did at the Players because I didn't see it.
I know what he did.
What did he do?
So round 1, he didn't hit his irons good, but he drove it pretty well and he putt all right. He was 1 under on the day, and then he just got caught in the bad weather on Friday, and everything was bad. So
yeah, around the green was bad, and that's what it's like. I really need to like chart the strokes gained approach numbers for TPC. Like I wish I could go back and do that so I could, when you see like a spike, go back to like and watch the shots because like you see some of these things. It's like, well, is that 1 water ball? Is that 3 fucking water balls? And other than that, he played okay. Because I mean, if you look at the API, like he played really well, right? He putted well, gained on approach, gained around the green, tee to green. He was fine. At the Honda, he gained almost 7 strokes tee to green. So yeah, man. I mean, this is a guy that we were betting in worse fields than this at around the same number in the fall. So it was just a number play for me. That was it.
Okay. All right. I like those picks. I mean, I'm going to echo 2 of those picks. We predicted that in the show. That's what's going to happen because I'm going to keep going with what I've been doing for these types of crap tournaments is, listen, I don't care if I miss out on the long shot. It is what it is. I've been seeing most of the top of the board hit. We got the long shot a couple weeks ago at Bay Hill. So maybe we've already spent it. So just going to do this like I did with Honda. Mostly guys with some win equity behind them, some brand name where if we look back at the year, like, you know what? Yeah, it makes sense that he won. So, all right. So Hadwin and Fleetwood, those are the 2 we share. Again, Hadwin just gives me Chris Kirk vibes. Just seems like, oh, am I really betting am I really betting Adam Hadwin to win? Yeah. I'm not going to make that same mistake. I made that mistake at Honda by saying, you know what? I'm not going to bet Chris Kirk. I'm going to go with Billy Horschel instead.
That's right, baby.
How that worked out. I'm just going to go with the milquetoast Adam Hadwin playing good, former winner here. Maybe he can update his Wikipedia page with 2 Valspar victories as his lone PGA Tour wins.
That's true.
So there you go.
Lots of repeat winners here.
Yep, and then Tommy Fleetwood. Just maybe it's the narrative of Paul Casey doing well here. Why not just pick another Englishman? But just legitimately though, just really good tee to green numbers. This weather forecast, it actually somehow got worse today.
I know. I saw that.
Yeah. So I don't foresee this thing being like past 12 under or so. So that's just right in the, Tommy Fleetwood just hitting good iron shots, getting up and down, get in for par, make your occasional birdie. He's good on these types of tracks, good on these plotter positional, narrow tracks, good in bad weather too.
Yep.
So we'll go with that.
Yep.
So I mentioned my concern last night about Justin Rose.
Yep.
And how maybe he's going to mail it in. But you know what? I think it's worth the outright anyways. I got 27-1 on him before it kind of cratered. So, I mean, just a really good history here. Multiple top 10 finishes, really good at these types of tracks too. Maybe he is actually motivated where he wants to get, another win, another good performance. And then he's going to take next week off and then take the week off after that and go roll into the Masters. So I figure instead of doing a positional or DFS where there is that question in my mind of just blowing this tournament completely off.
Yeah.
I'll just bet him 27-1 for an outright, see what happens.
Like
and then I'm a sucker. Gary Woodland, 45-1.
Right.
It just fits the loser narrative who has won a lot before, that has shown a little bit of form, that has been good here, that if we look back at a year, we'll be like, oh, Gary Woodland won. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So obviously the T degree number has been really good. Finally scrambled pretty well last week. Maybe that's a trend that can continue. I mean, look, I've seen Luke List have weeks and weeks of bad putting, and then all of a sudden magically turn around Torrey Pines. Why can't that happen to Gary Woodland at a place that he's won before?
I mean, that's an insult to Gary Woodland. Gary Woodland has won a major. Luke List has won.
I don't know if that's an insult based on what they are right now.
Fine, what they are right now, fine, but
yeah.
I mean, come on.
I mean,
Woodland's career is much better than Luke.
I mean, he lost 7 strokes putting in 2 rounds at St. Andrews.
So bad.
Lost 6 strokes putting at Country Club Jackson. That is very Luke List like.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, that's fine, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I listened. Well, I don't know. He's just a guy that I think I was on early last year where I thought he was going to make the comeback, and I just kept betting him week after week after week after week last year. And I think I just hit my pain threshold.
Okay. Well, so when Gary Woodland is like leading by 3 after Friday, and I start getting angry text messages from you,
yes,
saying that he's going to win now. Yeah. I'm already telling you in advance, I don't appreciate it. I'm guessing Munaf is not going to appreciate it either, because he is a innocent bystander in some of this, rage mushing that you tend to do sometimes. So, dude, please don't do that.
I did that shit in person. That shit was great.
You did it in person?
Remember when who was in front? It was Minwoo when I mushed him into the water on 7.
Oh yeah, and then he tried it again with somebody else.
No, I didn't. I was just making the comment. Like this was different. Like it was. I think the moment had already passed too. I was just like cussing about it versus.
No, you legitimately gave me this. So you gave me the line about Minwoo. I think it was F Minwoo, and then he put it in the water, and then it was F somebody else, and I'm like,
I think he already made the putt.
No, he was just getting to 17. I'm like, you're trying to do this again.
No. Yeah, see, that was it. I was cussing him because he made like a 15-foot putt or something like that.
I know, and then he did it to another guy, and he used the exact same language because he was going for the first round lead, and he was going to 17. I'm like, I know what you're doing. Yeah. That's right. Okay. That's right. All right. Well, with that, those are outright bets. We'll see what happens. Yep. Why don't we take a break, and then we'll go over some other props.
Yeah, I'll be not including Spieth on the official card. Now we're gonna find something else, but I'll put the final one out tomorrow. All right. Well, listen, WynnBET is the official online sportsbook of the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. WynnBET is now active in Massachusetts. Florida can't get some, but Massachusetts finally got it done, and tons of other states. Be on the lookout for the WynnBET Win Hour each Thursday from 5 to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. During the WynnBET Win Hour, my key games of the week will have better odds on WynnBET, giving you a larger payout opportunity. And March Madness is here, baby. So many ways to win and bet on the big dance. Sign up today to receive a special offer. Bet $100 and get $100. It's limited to state availability. And of course, for our DGens only, if you hit the biggest long shot parlay of the week, you get $1,000 in free credit. There's so much to choose from, and all you got to do is head over to wynnbet.com or download the WynnBET app. Offer is subject to change. Terms and conditions. WynnBET.com. Must be 21 or older in the present state where playthrough WynnBET is available. If you or somebody you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-522-4700. And the DGen Dance, our March Madness bankroll contest, is back. It's free to enter. $1,000 in cash and prizes up for grabs. Plus, we've got our first half under bingo where you can win an SGPN gift card. Enter both contests on the SGPN app.
Okay. Why don't we go over some matchups? So just a quick update on my end, because I don't bet these. These are just hypothetical because I suck at matchups.
Yeah.
And I am currently on a 6 straight matchup losing streak of getting on the show. So I would suggest to everybody to please take the reverse of what I'm saying. I made specially sure that nobody I bet positional is in any of these matchups that I'm picking. So fade away, boys. If I can make you money that way, that's okay with me.
That's funny.
Yeah.
It's really 6 straight.
It's not good. Do you know what they were?
No, I don't know.
It was, I take that back. I'm on it's the order. I have 7 straight losses on the sheet. So,
okay.
Brendan Todd over Kurt Kitayama at Waste Management did not go over well.
Nope.
Sam Burns over Cam Young at Genesis really did not go over well. Colin Morikawa over Patrick Cantlay. It was close. Morikawa did well. Cantlay did a little better. Adam Hadwin over Corey Connors. Nope. Did not go great. Max Homa over Sky Scheffler at Arnold Palmer. Bad pick. Xander over Patrick Cantlay at Arnold Palmer. Bad pick. And then Tommy Fleetwood over Cam Young at Arnold Palmer. No, that did not go well either. So, yeah, I am back to my losing ways with matchups. So do the opposite of what I say. Make some money.
Love it. All right, so I'll just run through mine. Mine are all pretty straightforward. I've been doing the same thing every week. I've been tagging some of the big ones on the tourney. So now I don't like this bet, but I was getting. I did get plus money on Spieth over JT, plus 115. I just don't trust JT. I mean, look, the money's laid, so it is what it is. I don't like JT's putting. I mean, it is absolutely fucking atrocious. Yeah, I like what Spieth could do. I'm just all shook now that I forgot that he was fucking cursed. But I like what Spieth could do around the greens, clubbing down. You know, I mean, it just seems like he's almost there. You know what I mean? Like I feel like he's almost got it. So I don't know. Maybe he flames out this week and we can get a better number. I'm at Augusta. We'll see. And I took Fleetwood over Hammond. Hammond's approach numbers are just trash, just absolute trash. Like I know he shouldn't do well on this course, but he will anyway. But his numbers are his approach numbers are so bad. They got to come back to bite him at some point. And it was only minus 115. And I like Fleetwood a lot this week. And then I took Cole over Hardy. I like Cole this week. He plays well in Florida, man. Hardy is just a thorn in my side. I have lost so much money backing Hardy on stupid placement bets.
Wait, hold on a second. You're saying Hardy like the correct way, not Hottie anymore.
Yeah, I was trying to enunciate.
Wow.
I mean, he's missed. But I can do it if I really.
You gotta give the people what you want, though. They tune.
All right, fine. Nick Hattie.
Thank you.
Nick Hattie. And it's funny because what happened was I was calling the South today, right? And so, like for my job, so I have.
Oh, okay.
Was like really slow the fuck down and like enunciate, or they'll hang up on me because I'm a Yankee. So. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. So, I mean, Hattie's missed fucking like 4 straight cuts. Like I'm done with him. I'm absolutely done with him. Cole's a cool story. Obviously lost in the playoff. And I mean, look, T27 at the Players. That's nothing to fucking sneeze at. And missing a cut after losing in a playoff at API on a tough course is nothing to be ashamed of. Whatever. T15 at AT&T Pebble too. So yeah, give me Cole. It was plus money. I got plus 110. So I took that all day. And then we talked about him and how bad he's been with Diamond. So I wanted to target Diamond in a matchup, and we briefly spoke about McNeely last night, and this just seems like a course that he's gonna do fine at because this is like a McNeely course, and I wanted to target Diamond, and it was minus 110.
Okay, McNeely course.
Okay.
Well, I tried to find ways to fade McNeely, but I couldn't find him. So I don't know. I don't know if this is a McNeely. He's injured, by the way.
What is he injured?
He withdrew from a tournament a couple weeks ago, and then he's been bad ever since.
I mean, he made 60 at the Players. He withdrew at AT&T and Phoenix.
Yeah,
beautiful.
Yeah,
I don't give a shit. Diamond sucks. We're good.
Okay. So I also found a matchup too. This is bad news for you. Fade Brian Harman.
Oh gosh,
and I happens to be against a guy who you bet outright with Davis Riley. I echo a lot of things you say about Davis Riley. I actually talked about him in the one and done segment that I just did. Go check that out. But listen, Davis Riley, his iron's been pretty good. He's been driving the ball a lot better. Unlike what you've been saying about him, that he's so squirrely off the box.
Listen, I acknowledged it last night that I think it was just scar tissue, and I even paused myself. I went and fact checked myself, and I was like, oh, I'm wrong. It's just bad memories.
Okay. So is this you just going back to the abuser wanting more, and then so you can just complain about it after the fact when he missed the cut this week?
I mean, I did grow up Irish Catholic, so there's nothing I love to do more than fucking complain and matter
basically,
myself.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I'm Irish Catholic too, so you know what?
Yeah,
I mean, German Irish Catholic, but yeah.
The matter
we're from the same cloth.
Yeah, exactly. The matter is a big thing. Oh no, I'll do it. Don't worry about it. I got it.
In fact, I think everybody in the golf gambling community is German Irish Catholic because all we do is just complain about what happens.
Could be.
Yeah. Well, anyways, I mean, I agree with you, Brian Harman. The iron numbers are bad. Now, the iron numbers were really bad before he was coming in last year, but he's also not doing well around the green either. And just if the weather is going to be really this crappy, like you got to do one of those two things well. And the fact he's doing neither of those things well, I just don't like him this week. So Riley plus 100 over Brian Harmon. I mentioned last night, I have a feeling because of how now uber mainstream Ben Griffin is with all the coverage he got last week, getting the AirPod, going through the shots. I think at this point, the bubble, this is just gut call. It's going to pop with him. And I mentioned last night, he's been doing a lot of his damage around the green. That is going to end at some point. And I just think Brandon Wu has been playing really good. He did a lot of damage with the putter last week, but he gained like 10 strokes at Honda. So maybe that flips itself and he has another solid finish anyways, or it just balances out. He was did very well at Pebble Beach as well earlier in the year. That had really crappy weather conditions over the weekend. He held his own. So Brandon Wu minus 115 over Ben Griffin. And then Will Gordon minus 105 over Bo Hostler. Here's the analysis. I just think Bo Hostler stinks.
It's good analysis.
That's really it.
Rock solid, baby.
So I was worried about the fact that, I mentioned last night, Mackenzie Hughes could do well here. And that's kind of a little bit what Bo Hostler does. He's good around the green. He's a good putter. But I looked at his Valspar history, and it just stinks. Yeah. So maybe he just doesn't like the course, and I just think he's a bad player. And I think Will Gordon's a good player. So Gordon minus 105 or Bo Hostler. Gordon's profile reminds me of like a poor man's Gary Woodland as far as kind of what he does. So that might match up pretty well here.
And what did you call Fitz last night? Rich man's
Mackenzie Hughes.
Mackenzie Hughes.
Yeah, that's right. Hughes. Based on what he's doing right now, sure.
I think my brain mixed up McNeely and Hughes when I made that matchup bet against Dobbin.
Yeah.
I'm almost positive it did.
Probably.
Definitely. Okay. Well, whatever. Bet late, bet paid.
Exactly. That's 2 tonight. Can you go for the trifecta?
Oh, I'm sure I will.
All right. Let's see if you got anybody else who's cursed on your positional card too.
I don't even remember who the other one is now. Who's cursed this week?
It's Keegan.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. So just double the pain for your boy.
If he's the one to break the curse.
What do you mean? No. The curse has already been broken this year. So this guy's going to go on a losing streak forever.
Wait, no, the bad one. Who do we think is the bad one?
I think the guy from PME is the really bad one.
Oh no. See, I think the other one's the worst. Okay. Who is it? He's who's on Spieth?
Okay, so the guy from
I'm asking
PME.
the question. Yeah.
The guy from PME is on Keegan. The other guy, the one you really don't like, is on Spieth.
Oh, fucking Christ! That thing is deader than a doornail. It's so dead. It's unbelievable.
Eventually it's going to turn. And listen, all right. Well, hold on. He had Max Homa last week, and that actually turned out okay. Like maybe the mystical powers put that ball in the water, but he was definitely in the mix.
Fine, I guess. I mean, I don't know if he was really in the mix, but I get.
I mean, if Scotty wasn't born, or he got food poisoning, or if he collapsed like he did the Tour Championship, he would have been in the mix.
Oh God!
But then he wasn't. So, yeah,
fucking great. I'm really upset about that.
Golf gambling's fun.
So fun.
All right. Why don't we take another break then? Collect ourselves,
all right,
and then why don't we get to some positionals?
That's funny that you think the other one's worse. I think
the other one's much worse
because the other one's more of like a bet and like.
Yeah, but I actually respect the analysis of the other guy. He makes some good arguments. It just doesn't work out for him. Like he's literally trying to do a one and done pick. The other guy, I just question his judgment. And whatever he thinks, I'm just like, you know what? Like it's not actually like a jinx or anything. I just question his judgment. At that point, I'm like, I need to reevaluate things.
Yeah, whenever I agree with him on a take, I'm like,
yeah,
that's interesting that I agree with him. But he has some different food takes that I agree with. That aren't as crazy as you think.
Okay,
but anyway, all right. We're also brought to you by Underdog Fantasy, and Underdog Fantasy is heating up for March Madness. College Pick'em is a great way to get in on the action, especially if your bracket is busted after day one. Plus, Underdog Fantasy has your favorite college basketball player props. Head over to underdogfantasy.com and use promo code SGPN for 100% deposit bonus up to $100. That's underdogfantasy.com, promo code SGPN. And don't forget to go to our YouTube channel. If you're watching this on Twitter, go give us a like, subscribe, follow over there as well. Follow our producer at Golf Gambling Pod on Twitter. Just go follow all our socials, man. Hit us up, interact. We'd love to do it.
Okay. All right. And then let's talk about Piper golf balls. So listen, I'm up in Rochester, New York, and we just got another 4 inches of snow today. So my golf season is never going to happen. but I can start dreaming about it. But whenever I go to the sporting goods store, I'm looking for my golf balls. I got to restock the bag because I put all of them in the drink last fall when I was playing pretty terribly. So, I could go for a premium ball. I could spend a lot of money, but why do that when I'm not even good enough to maximize the benefit of a Pro V1 or a tailor-made premium golf ball? Why don't I go to Piper Golf Balls? And that's what I'm going to do this year. They make a golf ball that's at a lower cost than the premium brands, but they perform just as well as some of the higher end balls. And they got a variety of golf balls that can match your handicap. They have a chart on their website where you can look up the handicap ranges and match the golf ball to your game. But the best ball they have, that's the gold ball. That's for your scratch handicappers or anybody under a 7. That's a Pro V1 equivalent. And it's a 4-piece urethane golf ball. It's got a high ball flight, soft feel, but it's got a lot of extra spin around the green to help you have a lot of control, with your chip shots. That's a great way to lower your score quickly, is get really good around the green, and Piper Golf Balls are going to do that for you. So go to piper.golf/GGP and you'll get 10% off on your first order using promo code GGP. You can opt to subscribe and receive scheduled shipments of golf balls at a 50% discount, and you get free shipping on any orders over $50. So go to piper.golf/GGP and start improving your game today.
Like it.
All right.
Like it. All right. Why don't you start with the positionals, because you always have more than I do.
Okay. All right. Well, it's a guy that you faded in a matchup against a guy who is cursed this week. So I thank you for that.
You're welcome.
How about Justin Thomas top 10 plus 145? And I understand
the juice
there's a lot of
the
things.
Squeeze on top.
I think it
plus 140.
I think it is, considering the fact that it's going to be really crappy weather the entire tournament, and that's all really. It seems like all he can really do now. So now it's 4 straight days of it. And the fact that the ball striking has been really good for him, I don't really care about the putting all that much, because I don't think, look, like if the guys who I think are going to be making putts are the worst ball strikers. And I think if JT just gets up and down, don't miss those 3-footers, possibly, I think he can at least, finish 6 under in this tournament. I think that's good enough for like a top 7 finish. So okay. I'll take Justin Thomas top 10 plus 145. I think last week was embarrassing. He's got the Masters coming up. He never really does well in match play. He kind of nails it in. I think he needs a good finish. I think he's going to actually, look to actually do something pretty good, given some momentum heading to Augusta.
All right.
Okay. Top 20. I bet Tommy Fleetwood outright. Let's do Tommy Fleetwood top 20 plus 150 for a lot of the same reasons that I mentioned earlier. I don't need to go into it. How about Justin Suh top 20 plus 180? I know he's very popular, but you know what, though? Like, I look at the exact boilerplate template, what he has. Accurate, great ball striker. He was really good around the green last week. That's been improving the last few tournaments. I just think that this type of golf course is really good for him. Like, I picture Innisbrook, if Morikawa played this place, he'd be probably really good here. Justin Suh, kind of does a lot of similar things as Morikawa. I think that's going to be a good fit for this place. So Justin Suh, top 20 plus 180. And then how about Taylor Moore, top 20 plus 225? He's been playing all right lately. I talked about last night where it just seems like he's got 3 pretty good things every turn, but he's got one thing that just isn't showing up. And that's why I don't think his results are good. But I think if he got 3 pretty good things this week, either really good off the tee, good scrambling, good putting, or some combination of really good iron play, whatever, I think that's going to be pretty good for him. He's been good on some of these other not shorter, but less than driver golf courses so far in his PGA Tour career. So top 20 to him plus 225.
Okay. Like it. Yep. You got any top 40s in there?
So I couldn't get a great price on Steven Yeager for a top 40. So I went to a top 30 for plus 140. Okay. I just like the fact that he's hitting the ball really good. That's another guy who's been doing a lot of speed training, by the way. He's added a lot of distance off the tee, and now he's actually in the period, unlike Fitzpatrick is, where he's actually hitting, his iron's pretty good.
Right.
So now he actually
hasn't caught up to him yet.
Right. So now Steven Yeager fits a template of, all right, really good tee to green, not a great putter. I think that actually is going to help him this week at Innsbruck for a decent finish. He's just, last year at really crappy weather conditions, Potomac finished top 10 there. So I like the little crossover, the fact that I've seen him do it in really bad conditions. Similar ones we're going to see this week. I think a solid top 20 finish is probably in order for him. I got top 30 for a little extra comfort. In case he, pulls Tommy Fleetwood and puts one in the drink on 17, coming down the stretch. So,
yep.
And then top 40 bets. Tyler Duncan, I just like the way he's playing. Third at Honda. He's been okay here. He's got, I think, a couple top 40 finishes here. Top 40 on him plus 130. Ben Martin, I know you were kind of questioning him last night. Top 40 plus 150. I think he's just playing solid golf.
Yeah,
really
no,
accurate.
I like Martin. That's why I said I like Martin because I went to go drop Martin for Ben Griffin, and I was like, nah, fuck that shit. I'm keeping mine.
Okay. So, I mean, I just think he's playing good. Plus 150 for a top 40 in a really weak field. I'll take that. I know Dylan Wu is popular in DFS, but plus 170 for a top 40. I'll take that for just how well he's been playing. Really accurate. T degree number has been really good. I'll go with him with that. And then David Lingmer, top 40 plus 175. I think the guy's just playing good golf right now. Keep riding it. Really accurate, good iron player. Right now, you look back at what he was doing back in 2014, 2015, a lot of similar stuff the way he's doing now. And he's really good at places like Colonial, Memorial, a lot of these type of positional, tight, narrow golf courses with thick ryegrass rough. I like him if he's continuing, this pretty good play. And he was playing really good in the fall too. So I know maybe he's kind of fixed something. Yeah. Maybe this is a little bit of a career revival for him. Plus 175 for a top 40. I'll take that. And then I have a FOMO bet that I will talk about tomorrow.
Yeah, and I'll do my first round leaders. I'll probably end up doing them a little later tonight. I don't know if they get released tonight. I go live, so if you crackheads are watching like 11 o'clock, they'll get released at 11 tonight, and then Cam will snip and send them out. What's funny is it looks like the PM might actually have kind of a slighter advantage. Is that what you're seeing on the wind?
On Thursday, yeah. So yeah. I'm not really going to worry about it for the tournament, though. I'm just going to.
No, I know. But I'm talking for my first round leaders. When I was looking at it, it looked like Thursday PM might actually have a better time at it.
Yeah, it does. They got slightly less wind.
Yeah.
So I guess maybe monitor it, see what happens there.
But what's more, so here's the question that went wrapped around my head when I started thinking about that. Okay, so less wind, but more time for the greens to bake out, but it's not going to be hot. So are they gonna bake out?
Well, is it?
You know what I mean?
Was it going to be sunny and windy?
I don't know if it's going to be sunny.
I mean, if it's windy, they're going to dry out.
Yeah. Regardless. So like, I wonder if that just negates any wind advantage. Like, I would rather have a little more wind and softer, more receptive greens in my brain.
Well, let's take a look right now what the Thursday forecast is. So
while you're looking that up, some fun bets.
Bright, sunny all day.
What's the temperature though?
72. It doesn't matter if you get sun and wind, that's going to dry that out.
Yeah, no, listen, I hear you. It's just like you can really tell, like when it stays in the fucking 90s down here, like it's greens are hurting.
Yeah, high of 72, but bright and not a cloud in the sky apparently.
All right, so I think I'll just negate that.
Okay.
Just kind of pick my first round leader guys.
There you go.
Because it doesn't seem to be there's no correlation between AM PM guys, 1 in 10 guys. Like it's just fucking random at this place.
All right. Okay. Well then pick your losers then.
I will. Okay. But just a couple quick fun bets. The miscut because of the bad weather and whatever. I like these now. You get Burns to miss the cut at plus 310, JT at 4-1, Spieth at plus 360. Keegan Bradley plus 275. He should never have that big of odds to miss the cut. This guy is a fucking roller coaster. He can miss any cut at any time. And then Fitz at 3-1.
Okay.
I've bet the Fitz and JT one just because the JT one was 4-1. I like the Fitz. I like the Fitz one. I don't know if I necessarily like the JT one, but it was 4-1 and whatever. It's fun. It's like a pizza bet, $10-25.
Sure.
And that way you can root for one of the stars to miss the cut.
Yeah, I think actually just doing the math there, I think you need 2 to basically break even at least. So. Yeah. Okay.
Yep. Well, I did the same math when I did like a bunch of fucking top 20 first round leaders last week, and I needed 3 and I got 2, so that was fun.
Okay. So no low Swede at this place in honor of what happened a couple of years ago?
No, man. I no, I'm done. And really, like the book that I bet the most on golf now because he's lazy and he just hangs numbers and leaves them. It's he must be focused on basketball because I don't have my first round. The book I bet first round leaders is him. A lot of the weird exotic stuff is him, and he's got nothing fucking posted.
Okay,
which is annoying.
Hey, we got a question that said, "Hey, CMay311, I've been seeing you post comments. Thanks for watching our video." So he's wondering if guys are going to check out because of possible Monday finish and with match play coming up next week.
Yeah, I can see that.
Possibly. I mean, it starts on Wednesday, So, although I don't think a lot.
Oh shit! I didn't even think of that.
So it starts on Wednesday, but the problem is though a lot of these guys already kind of check out for match play, so it's not really great prep for the Masters, anyways. Like there's I know our good buddy Jeff Nagel has a theory that Patrick Cantlay always bombs out on Friday at match play because he doesn't want to play 72 holes over 2 days. So
makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, I think at this point, I think they're focused on this tournament if they're in the mix, and then match play just getting your reps in, and you're gonna take a week off and then get ready for Augusta.
Yeah. So. I wonder if you could tag at some guys like who are like, just made the cut, probably don't really want to fucking be there.
Oh, because they're really bad weather.
Yeah,
possibly.
Yeah,
just fade them.
I can see that as an angle for like a third or fourth round.
The problem is a lot of those guys are probably going to have like, I don't know, some bum like Luke Donald pair with them. So it's like, all right, Justin Thomas minus 210 over Luke Donald. Do you really want to take Luke Donald there?
No, I don't.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Although I almost took the fucking Red Wings tonight versus the Bruins because we had a new defensive pairing, and the Bruins have cost me hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars over the past fucking 4 days.
Okay.
And they're down 1-0 to the terrible Blackhawks. Did I bet it? No, but it was plus 400 on my book. But I was like, I can't bet against the Bruins. But this is why you don't bet minus 400 favorites in hockey,
or just anything in general.
Yeah, that's fair.
Unless it's Team USA, it's the international squad at the President's Cup.
I was just about to say it. Maybe. Steve, you got a question? I don't know who the fuck that guy is.
I don't know who that guy is. Finger, I don't know.
No, I have no idea who he is. No, I think he's saying, is he saying like the guy's the Finn and his name is Gurmaz? I don't know who he is.
I don't know either.
But
maybe
that's a question.
If you know about him, then maybe he's a sneaky play because he's sneaking up on me.
That's a question for our Bearhoff 34 on Twitter or Skyhook DFS on Twitter.
Yeah, if he's a Euro guy, that's a little past my purview.
Yeah, I don't follow it. I rely on guys who are smarter than me and who watch that shit and follow that shit. I don't follow the Euro guys too close unless they happen to pop up like Victor Perez for me this week, and I have fond memories of him at match play. So
there you go.
Other than that.
All right, we're only at 37 minutes. You said you had a couple other house.
Yeah, I want to add. What do you think about the Waller deal, man? You should be fucking stoked, right?
I am actually pretty stoked. I mean, I'm
third round pick.
I mean, yeah, just using the 100 overall pick. So that was the pick we got for Kadarius Toney. So we're basically trading Kadarius Toney and his injured butt for Darren Waller and his injured butt. Listen, like maybe both guys only play like 7 games now, but Darren Waller is going to be a lot more productive, I think, in those 7 games than Kadarius Toney would be. So I just think, we haven't had a legitimate tight end here since Evan Ingram. Although he was very frustrated. Well, he's very frustrating the Giants fans. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I guess going back to Jeremy Shockey at that point. So
seriously,
I've always liked Darren Waller. I think he's a good athletic tight end. A little concerned about the injury history. He is 31, but hey, if we can get like 707 touchdowns out of him, I'm happy.
Oh, you'd be doing fucking cartwheels.
I'd be great.
Yeah. And I think I think a lot of that holdout injury shit was because he wasn't happy with his contract situation, and there was a whole bunch of weird shit going on. But I guess McDaniels did his ass dirty. He married I guess it's a WNBA team out there or a professional volleyball team out there or something like that. Something called the Las Vegas Aces. He married some woman from there like a month or 2 ago, and they trade his ass to New York. Sucks.
I mean, listen, at least it didn't send him to like Jacksonville or somewhere, Buffalo.
Yeah.
So no fun place like New York City. It's a quick flight out to Las Vegas. So
that's fair.
It's not all that bad. But listen, I mean, that's great. I'll have to look at the contract details if it's in our cap, but we had a lot of cap room. So I still want a number 1 receiver. I saw that they brought back Sterling Shepard. That doesn't do it.
I love Sterling Shepard.
Yeah, I love him for a game and a half before he blows out another Achilles.
6 games a year.
Yeah, basically.
I like Shepard though.
I think that guy should just retire.
Listen, you know what I would do to have Sterling Shepard on my fucking team? I have Devontae Paca and fucking Nelson Aguilar. We didn't even sign Jacoby Myers, who I used to call brick hands, but he was still our best receiver.
Yeah.
And we signed some fat fuck swing tackle from Denver that we picked up off the practice squad like he was undrafted and signed with us out of the draft. He made the practice squad and we cut his ass, and now we bring him back. Like, ooh, great fucking moves, Bill. What are we doing here? What are we doing? What are we doing? It's making me so mad. And C-May, I actually bet Riley outright this week. I completely flipped my stance. So just listen to the pod tomorrow and check out the beginning of it.
Okay. I saw that there's apparently a team has a trade in place for DeAndre Hopkins. They're just waiting for, I think, either free agency or like cap stuff to like kind of set up.
Yeah, and is
that the Patriots? He's been.
I mean, that's who we're linked to, right? With Billy O'Brien and need somebody. But here's the deal: we needed to keep Myers because he's a chain mover, right? Like he's not a number one. But how much are we paying fucking Aguilar? You wouldn't have paid. His deal was only guaranteed was like 22 mil. So that's basically 2 years, 11 mil a piece. We're paying Aguilar more than that. And he was a consistent, like he moved the chains that guy. So we need to keep him and bring somebody else in because we got rid of that fucking loser, Jonnu Smith. God, dude. Unbelievable.
He was a loser.
Oh my God. I thought he was going to be so good. I thought but here's the problem. I bet you he'll be good in Atlanta because we had fucking pencil dick fucking trying to figure out how to run an offense and just completely didn't use him. Like he never used them in tight end screens, anything. The guy's an athletic freak. Like it's so hard for me to judge my team because of those Tweedledee and Tweedledum last year and what the hell they did. And I don't know, man. Like if we don't get Mac anything else, then some fucking swing tackle. Ugh, what are we doing?
Maybe they just want to run Mac out of town.
I mean, there's easier ways to do that. Just fucking trade him and play Zappy.
I mean, that's a big cap hit, though.
No, it's not. It's a fucking rookie deal.
That's true. I know. I'm just busting your balls, buddy.
It makes me mad, Steve.
Oh, well, how many months until opening day? About 6 months. It'll be 6 months, more months of you complaining. They'll screw up the draft somehow. They'll end up getting a really, really good backup guard in the first round who carries the water very well, apparently. Yeah. Happy times in Patriot land. I'm glad you're struggling now. It was you had 20 years there.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, what am I gonna do? Listen, I had the best run any sports fan will ever have. No one will come close. So whatever. I'll just gonna be that old guy at the bar talking about the good old days and Tom Brady.
Okay,
and that's it, baby.
All right. Any other NFL free agency, or I'll wrap up with some March Madness stuff.
Yeah, do some March Madness shit. I don't know anything. Yeah, blindly bet first half.
So I like college basketball a lot. I'm a disgruntled Syracuse fan, although we just got, not got rid of it. Jim Boeheim gracefully retired, even though that wasn't completely awkward. We're glad to be moving on with him. We just got a 5-star guy who said thanks, but no thanks to Syracuse originally. Went out to Notre Dame, now is coming back. So you know what, things are looking for Syracuse. But I love putting together a bracket. I love doing way too much research. I love having the sharpest bracket in the pool that finishes last every single year. But you know what? I love
good CLV, bro.
Exactly. I got great CLV on this bracket. So just a couple general thoughts. I think a lot of people are picking Alabama to come out of the South. I agree. Listen, there's the negative mojo with the guy who provided the gun to and that horrific murder. It's a really bad look. It's a bad mojo too. But just look at some other teams in that region that could maybe threaten them, like San Diego State. The Mountain West doesn't do all that great in the tournament anyways. They also tend to be a team that kind of gets when a team's pounds them down in the paint. They don't do that great. When teams try to shoot over them, though, that's when they do a little better. Virginia's not a very great 4 seed, but I think that's actually a good matchup against San Diego State. But Alabama's going to go through Virginia. The bottom of that bracket too. Creighton is. Listen, I've heard this story before. I don't buy them. Baylor doesn't play defense. Arizona is kind of a fake team. Utah State's a little interesting. Again, I just mentioned the Mountain West doesn't do all that great, but they got really computer numbers. I think Alabama might, beat Utah State and a little bit of a surprise in the Elite Eight. Alabama goes to Final Four. On the East, I think this one might be a little bit rigged by the NCAA committee because the top 4 seeds in the East region are all really, really historically poor from like a KenPom perspective. Like Purdue has the efficiency margin of like a 3 seed. Tennessee just lost their point guard. Kansas State is basically a 6.5 seed historically. And Marquette's like a 4 seed. So you got Kentucky, you got Duke, you got Memphis, you got Michigan State in there. The regionals in New York City, I could see them trying to stack the deck a little bit of having like blue blood, Sweet 16 in New York City with Kentucky, Michigan State, Duke, and Memphis. I mean, I don't think all these teams are actually any good, although Memphis, I think, is pretty good. They beat Houston without their best player, but they gave Alabama a really nice run earlier in the season. They got really good computer numbers, beat Auburn too, another pretty decent team. I got Memphis coming out of that region. I think they are, as long as they don't have a team that's going to shoot over them, that kind of plays their similar style where, they can just have their way in the paint, get a lot of offensive rebounds and block a lot of shots. I think they can do some damage. Out in the Midwest, it really depends on if Marcus Strasser, I think is his name. If he's going to play, he just had the groin injury in the tournament. The path I have for them, though, I think they're going to take out Auburn, even though the game is in Alabama. I think they're going to take them out. I got both the 5 and 4 seeds in the Midwest losing in round 1 to Drake and Kent State. Kent State's actually a very strong 13 seed historically. Drake's pretty comparable to what a 12 seed is, but they got a really good offense and decent defense too. Miami is really weak for a 5 seed. Indiana's really weak for a 4 seed too. They both have a little bit of warts on their resume. So I've got both those teams going out. Teams typically 4 and 5 seeds that have been really weak in Ken Palm, like historically tend to lose pretty quick. So you know what, if you want some upsets, pick the 12 and 13 in that region. But I think Houston's going to have a pretty easy draw to the lead 8. I think Texas is going to meet them there in chalk. I think Texas is going to beat them. And then I haven't really finished my breakdown of the West. I'm probably going to go with either UCLA, TCU, or UConn probably coming out of that region. I don't think Kansas is going to go to the Final Four again. Gonzaga, they don't play very good defense. They haven't played very good defense this year. They lost a couple of players from last year's team that, could be a contributor, to another deep run. Probably one of those 3 is probably going to be my other Final Four pick. UConn or TCU has a guy who's been injured off and on throughout the year, but when he's been playing, TCU's been a top 10 team. He's healthy again. That's probably what I'll be doing. And then we'll see what happens with I'll make a final pick of my Final Four probably tomorrow.
Okay. Well, I mean, the fucking tournament doesn't end for another couple of weeks, right?
I know, but that's just you're filling out your bracket, then you go in your bracket pools, and that's it.
Yeah, brackets and stuff. I definitely do those.
I know you do.
Yeah.
Well, you can also put down futures bets too.
I used to do brackets, man. I just whatever. It was just such a waste of time because I didn't fucking follow it. Like whatever. Golf takes up so much of my fucking time. I don't know how you can watch a sport like fucking like college basketball and be able to keep up with everything. I haven't had enough time to just keep up with fucking a couple teams in hockey.
Well, that's why we got Colby to tell us about every single team.
That's fair.
Everything happened in the Big West with UC Santa Barbara. That he's my go-to.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Colby gets me through college football. I'll just text him like, "Hey, Colby, who the fuck am I betting today? Give me your top 5."
There you go.
Blindly tail Kobe.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Anything else?
No, that's it, man. Off to Valspar. Like I said, don't forget, go to our YouTube channel, go subscribe, rate, review, all that good shit. iTunes, Spotify, all of it. It does help out, boys. Appreciate it. Say nice things, say mean things. I don't give a shit. Just hit 5 stars. Yeah, match play next week. Super excited. If it's gonna be the last one, I'm gonna be a very, very upset boy. Like, I'm not going to be happy. I know it's the last one for at least a year, but that shit better be back on the calendar. Like, not happy about it. Looking forward to our bracket show, our bracket. And we got BK on, right?
Yep. We got Brian Kirscher coming on to golf bracketology.
Let's go, baby. Yeah, I can't wait. Oh, you know what we should do? We should do, when do they, we can talk offline about this, but when they release the pods, we should fucking do like a quick live reaction video. It's like the odds.
All right, so literally on Monday night they're going to come out, and then we're going to show like immediately, like an hour later. So
I thought they came out in the afternoon. Did they leak out in the afternoon?
They come out. It's like 6:00.
Okay,
so
all right, cool. All right,
it's a very quick turnaround with a lot of hot takes, a lot of half baked ideas. So don't take us actually seriously. We're really kind of giving our initial breakdown. It's more of an entertainment show only, but it's fun for us, and hopefully it's fun for you.
Yep, absolutely. All right. Well, listen, let's get another fucking outright going. The end of the Florida swing, and getting ready to get into some of the big time events. Got Masters right around the fucking corner, baby. Right around the corner. So other than that, let's go break them fucking Bucks.